time.
Good evening. Tonight is September 12, 2016. Chair will open the meeting at 6:33. First order of business is Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2 is acceptance of minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes for August 22nd for the Board of Selectmen and accept them as written.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Fox, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Next is executive minutes of August 22nd, 2016.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes for August 22nd for the Board of Selectmen's executive minutes, not to be released at this time.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Fox, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? One abstention. Next is Board of Selectmen minutes from August 29th, 2016.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the Selectmen's minutes for August 29th, 2016 as written.
Motion by Mr. Fox, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion, one abstention. And lastly, executive minutes of August 29th, 2016.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the executive minutes for the Board of Selectmen for August 29th as written, not to be released at this time.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Fox, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? One abstention.
Yep, thank you.
Item 3 is CMRPC delegate and alternate, tabled from August 22nd, 2016. Mr. Valiakonis.
I have nothing new to report. We keep listing it on the agenda in the hope that someone will step forward.
Okay. Without objection, the chair will table it. Item 4 is public comments, citizens' comments. Is there anyone here tonight who would like to be recognized that doesn't appear on our agenda? Seeing none, hearing none, we will move right along to Around Town, focusing on local business. Graham Everson with Mercer Monument Works is here tonight. Thank you for coming in.
Good evening.
Hi.
Good
Welcome.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Sorry if I have my back to you. My name is Graham Everson. I operate and owner of Mercer Monument Works, which is going to be shortly moving into, shortly going to be moving into the 110 West Main Street location.
You can sit down.
We're a local family business. I've been doing this since I was about 13 years old. My oldest boy is here, Stephen. He works for me. We have 2 other locations. We have one in Plainfield, Connecticut, which is our base of operations, where we do the work and the engraving. Our second location is our design house, was in Wilbraham, Massachusetts, which is just down the pike. We've been in our Plainfield location with a new shop for about 4 years now. We do a lot of work in this area, a lot of the cemeteries in this area, up near Nicholas College, Corbin Cemetery, Cavalry Cemetery, both in Dudley, St. Anthony Cemetery, St. Joe's Cemetery, St. Joe's Garden of Peace, Sacred Heart, and Mount Zion, just over the border in Webster. I work for a lot of the local funeral homes. Excuse me.
That's why you brought your support staff.
Yeah. Mark Bartel Funeral Home, Dick Majerzik, Roland Malbuff. I do a lot of their engraving and lettering. We do a lot of work in Southbridge and Sturbridge as well. So it's kind of coming from the Mass Pike, Wilbraham here, back down to Plainfield. It's kind of a nice little swing for us. What my wife has put together here is a book of some of the work we do in brochures.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We import granite from around the world.
Wow.
We have a great website that shows a lot of our work as well. We import from Asia, Brazil, Europe, all over Canada, the United States. We've got over 150 monuments in our display in Plainfield, probably 60 to 65 in Wilbraham. I got in touch with the owner of this property earlier this year, and we've kind of worked things out now, and we've cleaned it up, as you guys can see.
Absolutely.
Just
Where is the property?
It's the old PJ overhead door, right across from
Was
Marty's
recently
Liquors.
paved?
Yeah, we seal coated it, we
Yeah.
striped it today. We've been doing some paving in there. We rehabbed the office inside, gutted that, and redid that. Just waiting on a couple garage door panels to be replaced so I can put my logo on the door. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we should be open for business, I'd say within 30 days. But that's hopefully. This is a busy time of year for us. You get a few cold mornings. People are concerned about getting the work done before winter. And we get, our staff is taxed 6 days a week, so.
So we were working on an initiative a year ago, which got stalled out a little bit, but it would be nice if you maybe consult a little bit with us
What's
on
that?
on a modern war memorial for town
Sure.
to recognize more recent military engagements that we've had, Afghanistan,
Yep.
Iraq, all the way back to,
Desert Storm.
the Desert Storm at least, Grenada.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we do. I mean, we do a lot of war memorials. We just did a big one for the town of Foster, Rhode Island, which is just over the border from us. We did, I don't know, 200 or 300 some odd names on that one. Big black piece of granite. That's what we do. I mean, we do anything with granite. So war memorials, things of that nature. I mean, we do lawn ornaments and benches, and you ask me to do something and I can build it. My wife and I were just looking at some of your memorials out here in front. Nice, very nice. Got one that's a monster, that big, like Stony Creek pink.
Yeah. That's
That's the World War II?
World War II one.
Yeah,
with,
that's an old one.
with the bronze plaque on it. Yeah, war memorials, and that's what we do. We've done quite a few of them.
Where do we stand on that, Greg?
Waiting for an idea.
We got as far as we almost got to
We
a
had
design phase.
we
didn't
actually have a concept.
Yep.
So, just looking for someone who's got some expertise to help us translate our concept into reality.
Any sketches, or is it just verbal
Only
concept?
what I can do on my own, and it's not very good.
You can do a lot of things well, but
But I can talk to you about it. I'd rather talk than sketch.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, like I said, I've got phone, I've got cable. The building is actually the building's ready. We're not quite ready. I put that together a little faster than I thought I was going to. So hopefully we're bringing up some inventory. I like to say 3 weeks, but we have to wait and see. This is a busy time of year for us. So, and then obviously we'll be there. So, need us for War Memorial, any type of ideas or anything like that? Absolutely. Would it be going here on the town
Yeah.
hall? Okay, not a problem.
We were thinking of repurposing a piece of granite from one of our older structures that may have been torn down. Is that something that,
Absolutely.
could you get it in that basic of a state and do something with it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you taking a piece that was a monument before, or something out of an old building, or
Building.
Yeah, maybe from the Dye House or,
My house, or that one they were going to tear down in Webster.
yeah, we have a few options,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that we've taken a piece of granite that was used for something else and make it into a monument.
Great.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you've got a piece of granite that's got some history behind it, if it was a cornerstone or something like that, or, a door entrance, big slab that was a step or something like that, absolutely.
That's
It's not a
great.
problem. We take it, we'll grind the face off, smooth it out, polish it, maybe not polish it, leave it, a rough finish like some of the monuments down there, and engrave it, absolutely.
So, other than cemetery markers and what do you provide for the average? I saw a few benches and that sort of thing.
We do a lot of benches. We do a lot of rocks that are in front of people's driveway that you put the Smiths, 47 Oak Lane. We do a lot of things like that. We do a lot of commemorative mailbox posts, pet markers,
Oh, mailbox posts.
mailbox
That'd be a
posts.
big hit around here, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Emphasis on big hit.
Big hit,
Yeah, right. No pun intended.
Highway Superintendent Winter, get it?
Plow wings.
Yeah, well, they're 6 by 6. Do a lot of business
Okay.
signs.
Oh,
Do a lot of granite business signs. You got it? Okay.
have you been up to see Nichols yet?
Yeah, we did that.
You did that?
The backside, the founding families.
Oh, you did that? Oh, that's great.
I did that for
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we saw it going up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the Ed Bazinet from the Historical Society contacted me last year and wanted to put the founding families of Dudley on the back of the sign. That's there. I think it's the 250th year commemorative sign that's out front, right on the green.
Yeah.
And we designed it last year and put it together for him, and he finally got the grant. And this year we went up just a week or two ago, and we did the engraving with the founding families. So we're portable. We go to the cemeteries. We go to signs like that. We've got a crane truck for picking up the big stuff and setting big stuff. And the portable units that we go out and do the actual engraving on site.
Good.
Yeah. If it comes to stone, we can do it.
I'd just like to say you've done a very nice job cleaning up that area.
Thank you.
I noticed you sprayed it.
Yep.
The parking area, you've now put parking spaces in it, plus a handicap. You've planted a couple red maple trees.
Yes, sir.
You've planted some shrubs or bushes where the 2 flagpoles are. Done a very nice job.
Thank you.
It looks
Thank you.
100% better.
It's a nice piece of property. It just
Yes.
hadn't been really taken care of in the last few years because of the circumstances of it. It's a beautiful building. I mean, the building itself is nice. It just needed to be cleaned up. The flags, I can't wait to use those flagpoles. I love flagpoles. And I've got a local tree guy is supposed to come. I could only paint it as high as I could, so he's supposed to paint the balance of the flagpole and then restring my halyard on it. So once we get that going, we're going to have the American flag and then the New England Patriots on the other side. So
Okay, good.
yeah,
Good job.
It's everybody but the highway superintendent.
It's all right. I'll be working there, and I won't even like it. So we're on the same page there.
But he's a Vikings fan, so
Minnesota flag shows up.
we barely tolerate him.
but yeah, I can't. Those are beautiful flag. I mean, those are 40-foot flagpoles. Those are nice flagpoles. So yeah, we're going to reuse those. Our inventory, our display is going to go right under those with the Bradford pears that I planted, and then the flagpoles. It's going to go all in the front right there.
Okay.
We've got some parking bumpers to install still. I got to throw in there, and yeah, the inside. Yeah, we gutted the office. It had a very, very small bathroom. We made that handicap accessible because obviously, a lot of our clientele tends to be older. Yeah, we've done a lot with it. It looks good. It's a nice piece of property. It just needed to be cleaned up. So that's what we've done.
Jason's on?
Yeah, so thanks for coming in. This is an ongoing thing. We're trying to recognize local business, and you're new.
Yeah.
So is Dudley going to be primarily, you fabricate somewhere else, so it's going to be like, you'll have samples people can order off of, and you just fabricate it and bring it to the site?
Dudley, for starters, is going to be a retail location. We do to man and finance and to maintain 2 shops, one in Plainfield, one in Dudley. That's tough.
Right.
That's a lot of equipment that people that would know how have to run this equipment. Otherwise, you ruin expensive pieces of granite. So right now, Dudley's going to be primarily a retail showroom. I wanted to get it up and running this year.
Right.
I wanted to get it up and running. we'll have an inventory there, and if you like something that's inventory, you can buy that one, or you can order from, our website, or, we'll build you your own. If you like that color and that shape, and that's what we build. Like I said, the granite comes from all over the world. It comes in a ports down in New Jersey, New York, and then gets sent up to Barry, Vermont, where they actually cut the shape of the piece that I want, and then we do the engraving and the carving in Plainfield. So we're in this area so much. The people that I work for up here have been bugging me for at least 2 or 3 years, saying you need a location in this area. And I had checked all through downtown, all sorts of businesses. The old Dudley hot tub, I looked at that one. I love the building. It's a beautiful building. A couple of smaller ones, but it's granite and it's heavy, so you can't have. It's got to be a slab-on-grade building. You can't. You can't have a basement. It'll fall through. So I needed something exactly what I found, and a friend of mine who's a local plumber said, "Hey, call this woman." I said, "This is a good spot for you," and it is. It's a nice area. It just needed to be cleaned up, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Great.
Good.
It's great. No, I always appreciate it, especially a new business and making the look of Dudley better, right? That's our main road. We don't have many places to put things, and so it's just a great place. And any help you need or anything we can do to make it successful, let us know.
Everyone so far, right down to getting a building permit, has been nothing but a dream to deal with. It really has. I mean, no one has thrown any hurdles in my way. Everyone's really been wanting to work with us. Right down to the police pulling in. When I first took control of the building, I came in and gave my business cards to the police. I said, "Look, if there's any problems there, you call me. Here's my," and they've stopped in a few times to say hi and see what's going on. So it's so far it's been a dream to deal with the town and the townspeople up here. I mean, the building inspector was like, "Yep, call me when it's done." I said, "Wow, that's awesome." It's just been nice. It's been decent. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
And
Awesome.
I hope you guys have a chance to connect, and we'll get our other project. We'll get a little closer to getting it done.
Yeah, let me know. We'll come up with some ideas. We'll design something, get some budget numbers going, and that's not a problem.
Good, thanks.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
You have a phone
Thank you.
number and a
Thanks for coming
website
in.
for you to
Thank you
tell
very
everybody?
I have a phone number in Fort Dudley. I haven't had new cards made yet. We have a website, which is mercermonumentworks.com, and we're adding that into our website, our new location. We're going to start putting some pictures up there soon, and it's on my wife's list of things to do, which is a pretty long list.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah. No, she takes care of logistics. And, yeah, we're looking forward to it. So as soon as we get up and running, you won't miss my logo. My logo will be on the door.
And that logo's a big headstone.
Yep, you can't miss it.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like I said, hopefully within 30 days, we're up and running. We're still going to do the Christmas trees. There's a gentleman that approached me about selling some Christmas trees out of there, which I guess they've done for years and years and years. And I said, November, December is a slow time for us. It's getting cold, ground's starting to freeze. So I said, that's fine. So we're still going to sell Christmas trees, but monuments will be our business.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Awesome. Thank you
you.
so much
you.
for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Same here. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
awesome.
Thank you.
Our website and my cell phone.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Graham.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good luck.
That's my mailroom. I didn't mean to stop over there.
Oh, yeah?
They're never there. Some contractors there.
Kind of fitting, it's monuments. Hey, no put-
Hey, no public hearings tonight.
Whoa, what? What?
You get a little blood from biting a hole through your tongue for the last 15 minutes.
Thought I'd have to leave again.
Licensing and permits. Nichols College is requesting a one-day outdoor entertainment license on Thursday, September 26, 2016, at 7 p.m. It'll be located at the Guest House Lawn for an outdoor music collaborative with acoustic guitarist. Good evening.
Hello, Lynn.
Does anyone have any, you mean all the criteria here, Mr. Belgucanos?
Yes.
Anybody have any questions?
No alcohol?
No alcohol request,
No
right?
alcohol.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Marcy, second by Mr. Fox. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was easy.
Well, stay right there, Lynn, you're next.
That's right, you got more.
Parking waivers and stuff.
For parking.
We also have on the public business, Nichols is requesting a parking waiver for Saturday, October 1st, 2016, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the west side of Center Road from Healy Road to the area of the Olson Residence Hall for the annual homecoming football game. Police and Fire Chief, okay with the parking waiver?
Mr. Chairman, I'm fine with it. Just one thing I was going to mention, because I saw something come across from, I think, the pastor of the church. I think they have the Apple Festival that weekend, and I think the church has something going on, and also I don't know if the tavern or something has something going on. I know the Apple Festival was at least going, and it was one other event. If be it a funeral or something else, it was something else that was happening up there, a wedding. What I was going to suggest is if you wanted to expand it, and open up more parking on there, we can do that as well. I think I'll have people up in that area and stuff working, so it shouldn't be an issue. But just in case they haven't put a request in anywhere, I don't see a problem with expanding out the parking area up there along the road.
What do you mean by expanding, Chief?
But I think right now they're only asking between
Healy and Olson?
Healy Road and down to Olson, but if you wanted to extend it up Center Road, I have no problem with doing that. Similar that we do like for the Strawberry Festival or anything else. I think they're going to have some issues with, again, with different events going on up there, different places. You might need the space.
Do you want to have a motion and specify it to be regulated by on-site police or something like that?
I think so. I think if there's an issue, whoever's in charge will have to make a decision,
Yeah. What we're generally going to do, we're going to keep Tanyard Road clear, so there's no parking on that street going down. So I talked to the highway superintendent. We'll get the signs up for that. But yeah, as far as anything else, we can kind of manage however it's going to work. And I'll just get in touch with the other parties up there.
Okay, is there a motion?
Chief, Mr. Chair, make a motion that we, on the police chief's recommendation, extend the parking zone up Center Road towards the Black Tavern with no parking on Tanyard, and that we leave any logistics that arise at the last minute to chief's discretion how to handle it.
Okay, is there a
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Fox. Is there any discussion?
You have all the other stuff in your motion, too? Same hours and time?
Right, yeah, same hours and time as the request.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you.
Good luck, Lynn.
Thank you.
Item B is Relay for Life, toll booth request for Saturday, October 1st, 2016, with a rain date of October 8th, 2016, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Webster Town Line to support the American Cancer Society.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm back for about the fourth or fifth time to ask for permission. We usually had done it in May, but it was recommended that we move to October. So we'd like to come in October 1st and set up down by the bridge, have all the equipment we need to make it safe for everyone, and we would want to be there from 9 to noon. Last year we made almost $900, and it has been a very successful event for us in Dudley, so hoping that it will meet your approval.
Have you spoken with the police chief? You've done it before, so you know the
Yes.
process.
Yes, my team leader couldn't be here tonight. She's out of town, so I think he knows Joanne pretty well by now.
I always forget you.
Nobody else is scheduled, Michelle, the weekend before or after? Because you're right coming up.
All set, Craig?
All set?
Mr. Chair, make a motion, we grant the request.
Is there any chance that we could get a rain date on October 8th also?
That'll be part of the motion. We'll put that right in.
Thank you.
You bet.
Mr. Chair, make a motion that we grant the request for Relay for Life, Diane LeBlanc Ribbon Rockets, on October 1st from 9 to 12, with a rain date of October 8th from 9 to 12.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Sullivan, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you
All
very much.
set. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming in.
Item C is the PTO Turkey Trot. Heather Bose is asking for permission to use Town Beach for the annual turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th, 2016.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Evening.
We've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 years and just looking to do it again. I don't think we've had any issues the last few years using that route.
Can you just describe what the activity is?
It's a 5K
Yep.
that raises money for the Dudley PTO. And we start on the beach and it goes down Lakeview, I think, and up and down zigzags and back to the beach.
Okay. Is it coordinated with the police chief?
Yes.
Fire too, right, chief? Was usually, you guys have a guy there too. Dan, you gonna do the,
Barricades.
perfect.
We usually set up about 7 and we're gone shortly after 9
Mr. Chair, make a motion.
after the game.
Make a motion, we grant the request for the Dudley PTO's annual turkey trot to benefit the Dudley Town Beach on November 24th from 7 o'clock until the conclusion.
Dudley PTO,
I said, where's the PTA?
Dudley Beach.
No, it said,
Benefit the Dudley Beach, you said, didn't you?
is that for the Dudley, maybe raising money for the Dudley Beach, right?
No, the PTO.
Oh, PTO, I'm sorry.
PTO.
All right.
At the beach. And
So you would have done all that and had to give the money away?
Yeah. All right, change that to, for the Dudley PTO,
Dudley PTO.
Second.
7 o'clock till their completion.
Motion by Mr. Sullivan, seconded by Mr. Marcy. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thanks, Heather.
Thanks, Heather.
Item 9, board member comments.
No, not really, Mr. Chair. Been a pretty quiet week, huh?
Mr. Marcy.
All things considered, yeah, it was quiet week.
I'm fine.
Mr. Fox. Nothing from the chair. Town administrators report.
Couple quick things. We received a $5,000 grant to study LED street lighting in town. The cost of maintaining our lights is becoming expensive, so the high-pressure sodiums, we just had some work done, and it cost us almost $6,000 to repair lights here, there, and everywhere. And there are fewer contractors that are doing the work. The LED fixtures require very little maintenance. So if we can find a cost-effective way of transitioning to them, I'll be forward with an additional proposal, but we need to study it. We need to study what we can do. So that's one thing. And then I'm informed by the water department that the water line work on Village Street is complete. The repaving will be done in the spring, and Danny's aware of that. And I'm also informed that they'll need an additional appropriation for the project.
From retained earnings.
Correct.
So
They
that-
ran into some unexpected conditions, which necessitated a little bit more money being spent.
Mr. Chair, if I may, the condition of the road is the way it's gonna be now till the spring.
Little spring, yeah.
A lot of people aren't happy with
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty,
A lot of patchwork, I mean, that's all you can do for the time being.
Is this by Dippin' Donuts? Is that the-
Yes.
I'm not criticizing it's not Dudley Highway or Dudley Water. I think it's people upset with the conditions being left by the contractor. It's awful over there,
Look, we get this far with it, I think.
probably. We voice our displeasure with the water department's contractor.
Indeed, I will. That concludes my report. Thank
Speaking
you.
by myself.
no, right.
Mr.
The
Fox.
snow will fill in.
Do we know the amount of additional funds they're going to require?
I don't want to state it until I see it in writing from the water commissioners. It would be
Okay.
unfair for me to speculate.
Okay. And they are going to pave the whole road in the spring?
Yes.
Because I've
Dan,
had,
that's my understanding, is they're required to pave the entire road.
My understanding is they're going to come back and they're going to grind the trench a foot either side of what's there now.
So they're gonna zig and zag like their trenches are going?
Yep.
On the right side,
Yep.
heading,
The sidewalks were left out through the winter because if they would have put the sidewalks in now, everything's going to settle through the winter and the sidewalks will look like a roller coaster come
Yep.
next spring.
Are you comfortable with that as a highway
With
superintendent?
what, leaving the sidewalks out?
It's gonna be zigging and zagging?
Well, most of the cuts were straight, but I guess they ran into some trouble over there with the gas mains and they had to cut out of it. I wish it would have been a better job, but then I couldn't get a hold of the water superintendent. And I would have liked to seen a straighter cut, but they were pulling out some good-sized boulders and they wrecked the road and not much you can do about it right now. I mean, like I said, they're already over budget. I mean, they're gonna have to fix it up properly next spring. It'll be a kind of a rough ride from here until next spring, but whatever you spend, make them spend now, it's gonna be more in the spring.
Mr. Chair, can we require them to do the whole road as opposed to
What's, I
Oh,
mean,
it's almost,
when we give a permit to open a road, does it require them to repave the whole road?
What was the conditions of
I
the
believe the
permit?
permit was waived. The road opening permit was waived.
The fee or the permit?
The fee.
Yeah, but you still need a permit.
Your permit's still older, but they're required to fix the trench. That's all they're required to do. They're not required to pave the whole road.
No, but I'm saying, can we do it now that they've, looks like they worked outside the scope, I mean, they, within the scope of the permit probably technically, but the scope of the work.
Yeah, I would think if we can get a hold of the water commissioners to sit down and talk with them, and come up with some sort of a plan, so we're satisfied. I mean, it needs a lot more work than what's there right now.
Is it gonna look like Brandon Road, for example, with the gas company?
I told them I wanted them to look just like Brandon Road, because they did an excellent job when they came back to fix those trenches. Gas company did an excellent job, and that's how Mill Street and Pine Street should be after.
Mr. Chair, should we have the town administrator
I would think so.
put that on the front burner with the water?
Can you work on that with highway superintendent?
such a heavily traveled road.
I'm looking for an update from the Water Commission.
I mean, where were they going
Mr.
to?
Fox.
Oh, sorry.
The complaints I've heard is, number one, the road's a mess. And number two, one day it's open, then it's closed, then it's open, then it's closed. And a lot of the residents were hoping they'd get in there, do the job, finish it, and be done with it.
I know way back when they had the pre-construction meeting, they were supposed to be done, if everything went according to plan, from what I understand, they were supposed to be done the week before school opened.
Yes.
But I know they hit the actual older water main several times and had water breaks and which caused severe delays, and also wrecked part of the roadway as well. They had to dig around it, and so they had a lot of problems there. But, I mean, the bottom line is they're gonna have to fix that road perfectly, come next spring.
Full width, not just the half.
Well, if it's gonna require that, I think that's something we should iron out now with the water commissioners, because we certainly can't leave
Absolutely.
it the way it is like
No.
that. And I mean, I think they're gonna have trouble putting those sidewalks back in as well.
'Cause that would be nice, just to look at, we've gotten a bunch of compliments about how much road improvements we've done over the past year. We have that, across the board, people are happy about that. I've seen it on social media, and it's great. You know, so but those are the roads everybody sees, right? So if we keep the noise down, if we have, at least have a plan, we can say, this is what we plan to do. I'd like to do the other end of Schofield too, right, on the other end, because we just got the Main Street paved.
Yep.
Right, so then if we have Village and Schofield, so it'll be.
Well, I know
nice.
Mill Street, we just totally resurfaced that road 8 years ago. So that road was in good shape
Yeah,
and
now it's destroyed.
Now
until
it's
now.
destroyed.
So
Can we put this on a upcoming agenda, not in the not too far
Yeah, sure.
distant future?
there isn't a lot you can do, like I say, right now, and I guess a lot of the problem was they couldn't really compact that trench fully, because if they pound it down, you're gonna end up possibly breaking a new water main.
They didn't know all this before they started?
Yeah.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. but-
Yeah, no, they did, but like I say, that's why you're gonna have to let it settle through the winter with the frost and everything, and it's gonna settle come next spring, and then they'll dig out the old asphalt, like the temporary asphalt,
Contractor?
grind the trench a foot wider, and if it requires them to do more, then they should do more, absolutely.
I agree, Mr. Chair. We have Mr. Balcoonis and Mr. Guyon get this straightened out,
Stay out in front of it.
because we're gonna get the heat. No one's gonna call the water commissioners and ask them what's wrong with the road.
No.
I have a resident looking at us right now, because it goes right by her
Yeah.
house.
I'm sure you gotta wash your car a few times this summer.
Oh.
We're working on it.
Could I put in a request?
You have to come up. Sorry.
Whatever you consider your way with it.
It's kind of actually directed to you. Any chance we could get that nice speed, how fast you're going on my street?
Well, let's see if someone here we can ask about
Do
that.
we have anybody? Oh, hey.
It seems now that we're missing a chunk of sidewalk, and now, because it's open and it's closed, people get on the street and they just fly down it now. And with the buses, and
I did
it's
see
been
the,
ugly the last week.
Mr. Chair, I did see the cruiser up there the other day, a couple days in a row, and they did have people pulled over by, the old, where the dog kennel is. So I know they've been up there.
Before it started, they were there for
Hmm.
a few weeks. It was fantastic. Everybody kind of slowed down. Just a little request.
Was it up there? Right now, we're on Dudley Oxford Road now, right?
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to share my lawn.
Ooh, there we go.
Anything else, sir?
That's it.
All right. Police chief,
Nothing else.
fire chief. Really?
Really?
Wow.
I know. Got to be something.
All right.
More than I am. What are you picking on me?
No.
Oh, look who's talking, Fox News Central.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Any questions from, any questions from the press? Item 12.
Adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Before we do that, just so everyone's aware, item 13 has been canceled, correct?
Correct, we have nothing to discuss.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we adjourn this evening?
Motion by Mr. Marcy, seconded by Mr. Fox. All in favor?
Aye.
Good job.